Welcome back to DG's Football. I am really and truly sorry about that. I had some light issues. The JPS men chose to come and interrupt the stream when it was going fairly well. I must apologize for that. We were creating what we think would be Jamaica's best 11. Let me just get the thing back up. Here we are. Here we are. Right.
Yes, next time just stick to what you know, which is the actual the
Thing.
StreamYard.
Yeah. So we're going to continue at the left back position. Who we know we have Taxi Lawrence Amari Bell. There's no way we're
Yeah,
going to
but we have
put
to start straight over back because the people didn't listen to what we said before. Remember, people will just click this video and
Yeah.
the rip. You don't expect everyone to watch the last video in order to watch this one. You get me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So we were doing what we think was Jamaica's best 11, and we had Andre Blake in net. We went with a 4-1-4-1 formation. Andre Blake, Wes Harding, Liam Moore, Ethan Pinnock. Those were the players we decided to put in so far, and we're going to finish the rest and then put in the subs, and to be our complete squad. So I'm joined by JD from IMAX Football, and he's going to come in here and give his expertise on the video at hand. Welcome, JD.
Yes. I'm here. Guys, we already did one before. We're actually trying to detail the best formation and the actual best players that you have to choose from and how you would have actually set up. So I went for a few formations that I think would actually give Jamaica a good look. The 3-5-2 system looks pretty well. The 4-1-4-1 system looks pretty well, and the 4-2-3-1 system looks pretty well. But when I looked at it and we heard that Jordan Cousin from Stoke City coming in, he can play that whole role pretty good. You have Hector that can do a job there, and you have Kevin Stewart that people told me that the papers should be ready for him pretty soon, so that will help him out. I decided that 4-1-4-1 would have been a good choice, but nevertheless, I still believe that the 4-2-3-1 can be good enough just the same. So we went for the 4-1-4-1 here, and we started off my 23. I would let me just start off with 11 and then pick this up. In goal, Blake. Right back, Wes Harding, due to his mobility and his ability to get forward because he has a good engine on him. Whether or not he's not the best cross of the ball, that really doesn't count in this system so much because you have some of the better full wingers in the game that will find isolated positions and get the job done that way, at least in my opinion. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section. Over the right hand side, I went for Liam Moore. Liam Moore is pretty much our overall solid centre back that has good IQ as well. So I went for him. And then over the next side, I went for Ethan Pinnock, one of the best I think he's the best defender Jamaica has to choose from. And over left side, I went for Taxi Lawrence, due to the fact that he's solid defensively. And if you switch umbrella, he will always be a security force inside the centre back position as well and make the mobility from the back four stable enough. The Sheila, I would have to go with Kevin Stewart if he's available, but Jordan Cousin if he's available just the same. I think that's good and solid enough. And even if you have to go with Hector, it wouldn't be much of a problem because he would have done the thing that he did the best, which is literally defend and just win the ball and play to two solid guys inside the hole there. Inside the hole, I would have used DJ and Bobby Reed inside the hole as my two starting central slash attacking midfielders, the creative ones. And I think they are self-explanatory. They are pretty much the best attacking midfielders for the Jamaica team. Period. It's not even a question, and they are the most reliable as well. Over on one side for the wing, I would use over the right hand side, I would use Leon Bailey due to the fact that he's left-footed and he can cut in and create threats and the counter attacks are even on the pressing game. So he would be a good option. And then over the next side, I would have used Jamal Lowe because Jamal Lowe offers something completely different. I know we have Kemar Roof in this squad, but if you have Kemar Roof and Antonio, I think in this system you have to go with Antonio because you need his mobility up there and his physicality. So that's who I would use to top it off, Antonio. So Antonio up there and at the spearhead. Um, Low over the right side, Bailey over Bailey over the right side, Low over the left side. In midfield, Bobby Reed and DJ, and then you have Cousin, Kevin Stewart, or even Hector playing the defensive central role, and then the back four says is all Wizarding, Liam Moore, Pinnock, and Taxi, and then keeper Kemar, no, not Kemar, Andre Blake. That's my starting 11 still. So let me know, guys, in the comment section, what are your thoughts on that one?
Okay, so JD has given his squad and his 11. So I think we should continue from where we started, where we left off. I think we were discussing the left back position. So we'll put Kemar, Taxi, Lawrence there.
Are you live, DG? Because it's we are waiting.
No man, we're live. We're 7
but I'm
minutes
not seeing
in.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Okay, so we have Kemar, Lawrence there, and that's the back four. So in the defensive central, in the defensive midfield area, who are you going with?
I said naturally I will use Jordan Cousin from Stoke, Hector, or even Kevin Stewart if he's available. Kevin Stewart would be the first choice once he's available, but Jordan Cousin would be the first choice if he's not available. Okay. And then Hector would be the last choice at all times because he can do the tackling and get it to the two creative midfielders.
Okay, so let's put him
This
in.
is weird, man, because I'm not seeing it. I'm literally pressing it. Okay, yes, it's showing now.
Jordan. Here, and in front of him, who do you put
in front of him? I've said Daniel Johnson and Bobby Reed. I'm gonna close my phone and return it back.
Bobby Reed. We have these two here. Okay. And who would you put on the right and left wing?
Right and left wing, Low and the left side and Bailey on the right side.
Okay. And Mikel Antonio as the striker.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is the 11. Blake.
Yes, that is the 11 what I would have used. Okay, we are live. So why is it the link ain't working? I thought I shared it in my community. But maybe the first ones. Yeah. Yes, continue. Yeah. For the substitute I would have Ravel Morrison in for the midfield pairing.
All
Midfield
right.
pairing Ravel Morrison. For the substitute, I would have Kevin Roof, due to the fact that Kevin Roof would have had the intensity for Antonio, Shamar Nicholson, what I've said before, Alvas Powell, then you'd have Mariapa, because we know Hector will be on the bench, Hector will be on the bench as well, and Blair
All right.
Turgott would have been added to that package as well.
Now, Maria Paul, Damian Lowe as well.
Yeah, Damian Lowe, yeah, made it as well. Yeah.
Who else? Blair Tugat.
Yeah, Blair Turgott, yeah, yeah. Let me see who we have there.
So subs we have Ravel, Kemar, Shamar Nicholson, Hector, Mariapa, Damian Lowe, Blair Tugat. Anybody else?
Uh, How much we have all the defenders in? Yes, we have all the two right backs in. In
Alvas Powell.
midfield, yeah, yes, I said Alvas for a long time ago.
Amari Bell. Okay.
And then you have to put Amari Bell because you're making a 23-man squad card, don't? We have 11 out there already. How much you have on the bench so far?
11. Well, I have 10, but it's 11
On the bench?
yeah, for the bench.
So we
11.
need two more. Two more.
Yeah. Yeah.
You put Amari Bell already?
Yeah. So
Casey
put
Palmer,
Casey Palmer
Casey
there.
Palmer. Yeah, Casey Palmer. Yes, Casey Palmer. Yes, yeah, of course. 100%. He should be even in the starting limb, but due to the fact that you don't have any space for Bobby Reed to go, you have to put Bobby Reed in central and then put Jamal Lowe there because I think Jamal Lowe is a real threat. And then you have
And
Shamar Nicholson
would
on
you
your
put
list
Lambert?
already?
Yeah. Would you put Lambert on it?
No, but if you have Kevin Stewart, you have Kevin Stewart on your list, right?
Not on it.
Yeah,
Not
if you
in
put
there.
Kevin Stewart on the list that would meet the 23. Lambert could make it over that. Lambert, I don't think Lambert is even better than Hector in defensive midfield, to be honest. So he had his chance and he failed with that chance.
Okay, so this is we have the 11 here. 11 on the pitch and the 11 subs. So on the pitch we have Andre Blake. At right back, Wes Harding.
Mm-hmm.
The centre back pairings, Liam Moore and Ethan Pinnock. Left back, Kemar Lawrence. Central defensive midfield, Jordan Cousin. The midfield centrals are Daniel Johnson and Bobby Reed. On the wings, we have Jamal Lowe and Leon Bailey, and Mikel Antonio will start up top.
Yes, I think that's a solid squad. Individuals will pick up for each other and make it be very hard to break down. And these guys are high intensity. Whether or not Whitmore can get the best out of them, because all of these guys are ball playing players. So I think that you can revolutionize the system from Jamaica overall with these players on the pitch, and you'd have a roof to come on that will add the intensity. And Rafael Morrison, people said he's slick, so you would add something to it. You get me? All right, the guys them
Yeah,
coming back into the chat. You have your said TD. I don't even know that guy in the chat. Kuzan available
yeah.
for selection on Friday. Okay, well he's in the lineup. He's in the starting lineup. Guys, let me know what are your thoughts on this starting lineup. And if you're just joining, smash the like button because I didn't even know it live. This is Luca's live. All right, I bless up, bless up, bless up.
Bless up, bless up.
Think he's coming from over our side, but yeah, so that's practically it still. Um, it's hard to pick this line, these guys, because we know how
Yeah,
Topago kind of secure first, because I know if he
yeah.
runs into trouble, he doesn't know how to fall back on most things, so he tried to go with the secure option. And I think 4-1-4-1, even though some would say it's attacking, it's not so attacking. If they are going to sit and Antonio will start the back line, it's not so much attacking. I think it's perfect balance between attack and defense.
Yeah, I think this squad is very balanced, and
Hmm.
on the bench we have good subs. So he's saying prediction for the Suriname game.
That's a whole long story, my brother. We can't we can't put that out as yet. We have a lot of assessing to do, and we have a lot
Yeah,
of videos to cover and stuff.
and we're still awaiting on the this
The
fixture,
final names, the
this
names to come
yeah,
in
the
and stuff.
final names for the Gold Cup squad. So I heard that it will be
Cause
released on Friday, so we'll just have to
yeah,
wait
and for
and see.
Suriname, they have a few key players to come in, so that can shift the balance. Just likewise, Jamaica, shifting the balance. We don't even sure who is playing for Jamaica because we keep hearing these names, but we are not even sure if they are actually going to be here. We have to wait until we see them. You get me? And that's the whole
Yeah,
keys. But it is what it is. Still, it's going to be a good game because both teams are recruiting players, quality players.
yeah,
Obviously, the Surinamese players them are a little bit more technical due to the fact that they are coming from the Dutch system. So, but
yeah,
that don't really give them an edge in the CONCACAF region. So we have to wait and see how they actually adapt in the CONCACAF region as well. If they are
yeah,
gonna change their playing style and go to physicality still. But that's it for me still. That was
yeah.
a good prediction, I think.
Yeah.
So guys,
I
let me know
think
if
it
you
will
like it or
be
not.
a fair game for me and Suriname. So he's saying Kevin Stewart or Jordan Cousins.
Kevin Stewart would always get the nod because Jordan
Yeah,
Cousins is naturally
definitely.
essential that even plays in the wide areas, left and right midfield. But obviously, he has the ability to play in the wall as well. So he's not a traditional defensive midfielder, but he's better than Kemar Lambert in that position. He's better than Hector because Hector is a traditional defender. But at the same time, he could play there. But Jordan Cousin offers a little bit more, but Kevin Stewart I think is a traditional defensive midfielder that will give you the tackling and the passing at the same time and the composure to stay in his actual position because that is always important of a defensive centre because you are the one shield the defenders and actually start the plays at all times. You are the brains backs of the team. But I like
Yeah, I agree. I think Kevin Stewart definitely will get the nod over Jordan Cousins. We just need to know that it is all confirmed and done. I think Marlon was saying that he was sorting out his papers, so hopefully he gets those things done and he will be in the squad for the Gold Cup. So guys in the
okay.
chat, let me know if you guys agree with this lineup. Let me
Yes,
know.
no problem. Yep, we only have a few people viewing right now. Maybe people will view and re-upload. So, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you're new, subscribe to DG's channel. This was a re-upload of the actual one because DG said the light
Yeah,
went out in
yeah,
his
yeah.
location.
The JPS men choose to come and fix a pole in the area when I'm doing the stream and it cut the stream off.
All right, so
He's saying Dennis Taylor ready for Gold Cup.
Dennis Taylor is the goalkeeper, right?
Yeah,
Okay, but for my goalkeepers, I had Blake, Dylan
oh,
Barnes, and
and there's no
and then
keeper on the bench.
yes, because you have JD White, Dylan Barnes. So that means that 23 will be even cut a little bit shorter.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know what you're over here doing. Who you going to take out of that 23?
okay. So we have Hector Mariapa Low, Bear 2, got Alvas Powell, Amari Bell, Casey Palmer, Kevin Stewart. Those are the guys who are on the bench. Uh, who would I remove?
I think you have to take out Mariappa. Even though he offers
Yeah.
experience, he has to go. I think the other guys are definitely up there and will contribute instant.
So you would take out Mariapa and keep Hector in?
Uh, he's way younger, man, and he offers something more. And don't follow the Jamaican people, man. I think
Yeah.
Hector offer more than Mariappa right now. Mariappa legs going, and you have other guys that can give you the experience. Yeah, I think so. I think so. And you will need him for the backup defensive central role. I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And I always
Yeah.
say that Mariapa for me should not be playing right back, because I think that now we saw where in the Japan game these players, the quick players, will always outdone him. The USA game, Pulisic and his what's Reina, I think his name is, where was literally having him like a rag dog. So I think that that's a fair analysis. So who would we put as the keeper? Jadine White?
Um, I think you'd have to go with Dylan Barnes first.
Okay.
Over Jaden White, I think he has a little bit more to offer based on his overseas experience and in bigger moments. You want people that can turn up and help out Blake if it's necessary. You understand me? So Dylan Barnes, I would give the edge. Jaden White is a solid force, but Dylan Barnes, I would give the edge.
Okay.
I sent you a message on a private chat, bro.
Okay. Hold on. Let me check the private chat. Where is it? Okay.
Yep, guys, if you're watching the reupload, please do like button, share and subscribe to the Great DG's channel. All right.
Mhm.
Oh, we have one more comment came in.
So he's saying also why Greg Lee don't replace Lawrence. I think he plays more attacking football than
But Reggae
what
is
we need.
injured. He's injured, and if he's not injured at the moment, he's just coming off injury, so that won't help. I don't think he can just get up to speed instant. That's the problem.
So in the goal. So Tavid himself, JD saying that Gregory Lade is injured. That is why he's not getting in the team. But I do agree with that. So you wouldn't keep Amari Bell if Lade was fit?
Yes, Amari Bell. I wanted him in the team. I tried to make it that he made a team, but for some reason we had too much people, you know, and that's a problem.
Yeah,
But I would keep Amari Bell. He offers something different. He offers much more attacking side than even both Taxi and Wes Harden, you know. So
yeah,
that's why I would say you should have made a team, you know. But who you're gonna take out every time you're gonna put in someone, you're gonna have to take out someone else. So you have to base of the importance.
yeah. I agree with that. So Tavid himself, let me know if you agree with the lineup. I think you're saying regularly means I think you're not agreeing with Amari Bell. But let me know how much you guys rate this squad. If you're watching on the re-upload, let me know how much you give this 11 and the bench. How much you give? How much you give them? How much you give them? How much you will give the squad if you give out of 10? So the squad is in goal. We have Andre Blake. At right back, Wes Harding, Liam Moore, Ethan Pinnock, Kemar Lawrence, Jordan Cousins, Daniel Johnson, Bobby Reed, Leon Bailey, Jamal Lowe, and Mikel Antonio. That's the starting 11. And the substitutes are Ravel Morrison, Kemar Roof, Shamar Nicholson, Michael Hector, Dylan Barnes, Damian Lowe, Blair Tugat, Alvas Powell, Amari Bell, KC Palmer, and Kevin Stewart if he gets his thing sorted out. I think he'll start over Cousins. Alright. So he's putting another comment in. He said also due to the English based players, um Dever Orgil, Darren Mattox, and Corey Burke are no reserves. And he's saying Jamoy Tuppy. You agree with that, JD?
They're lucky if they even make the reserves. I think Corey Burke might be called up in the reserve, but aside from that, most of the others will struggle. You know.
Yeah, Everton, Stevenson.
Yes, Everton, bless up, bless up, bless up. I've shared the link a couple of times, but DG have a serious amount of light problems and all sort of drama going on over in his stream, you know? Yeah,
Yeah,
but respect everyone that they actually came over.
yeah. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, man, show some support the channel and subscribe. For all your footballing contents, your Reggae Boys content. So he's saying, JD, I agree with lineup, but the issue is Reed doesn't play well when he sits back.
Um, Reed is a multi-talented player. I don't think if you're gonna go because the next guy in mind you have to select is Casey Palmer or Ravel Morrison. Both of those guys don't play well. Period. They have to be individuals come off and be impactful players. When I saw most of them played, I think they're better impactful players rather than anything else. You know. So Ravel, I think Reed, the respect that you guys give Reed is not high, but he's hands down the best multifunctional player Jamaica has overall, and maybe could have in this overall period. So if he's
All right.
playing central, he's going to be the best at that. Attacking midfielder, he's going to be best at that.
So I made a little tweak to the lineup. So he's saying he's not good. So do you agree with this now? Do you agree with this? So he's playing more attacking while Daniel Johnson is playing in that central midfield role with Jordan Cousin sitting behind.
Okay. Wow. That I think Cousins is after, yeah, you have to draw Cousins a little bit down more or over to the right hand side, and then draw DJ a little bit back, and then put Barbary a little bit more centrally and a little bit back as well, because you have to have them a little bit deeper down in the pitch. You can't have all four individuals up top unless you're using PSG formation with a bag of superstars, you know?
All right. So it's something like this.
Yes, yes. And
All right.
and I would bring in the wingers them a little bit more as well to add little stability to it. Yeah, even if it's one of them, I'm okay with that. Just the fact you want it much more stable, because you have to
Yeah.
attack in plenty and defend with the first line of attack as well.
Okay.
Okay, Everton says we rate Bobby highly. Okay, okay. But every time people talking about Ravel Morrison and everyone else, like they're just avoiding what this guy offers, and this guy is by far the most talented attacking midfielder, because he's actually a cam mainly. But because people saw him over the wing areas, they just believe
Yeah.
he's a winger. But
Yeah.
he's a
He's a
cam man. He's a
multifunction
cam.
player, man.
Hmm.
So, because for Fulham he plays either in that central role or a second striker for Fulham. Sometimes he plays on the right, but he mostly plays in the central area. Big up Marlon. Bless up for coming into the chat. So he's saying Norman Campbell is going to be important considering Malcolm will not be picked. You agree with
Yeah,
that,
but you only
JD?
can pick 23 player.
Yeah.
We literally can't force 23 players in, because we have to take people out. I don't think Norman Campbell is that important. No disrespect, but because you have more important players barely made a 23, and that's why I told people you're going to struggle to make a 23.
Yeah. Yeah. We're we're having selections headaches, and we're not even Tapa, so we can just imagine how Tapa will feel.
Look at your list there. Tell me who Norman Campbell is more important there on your bench. Literally on your bench.
Um, so LFC Farhan says, "Yo, Bless up, bro. Thank you for coming in. So, Marlon, let me know if you agree with the lineup and the bench because everybody deserves their say in the lineup because we're just throwing our opinions to see who it will be the best fit for the Gold Cup. So let me know if you guys watching also on the re-upload see or think this is a good team. All right, so he's saying Ravel is a special talent. No, his passing is at an elite level, but he needs a CDM that can do the dirty work. He's he's talking to you, JD.
Yeah, but I don't see what Ravel can do, what DJ can do plus more, because his engine, DJ's in no Bobby Reed's engine is far superior. His technical ability is far superior. He's just at a higher level at football, and his IQ is astronomically ahead of Ravel Morrison. I don't know if people understand why he's so multifunctional. It's because he already covered his natural position. That's why he moves to other positions and fit in seemingly. So if you're going to choose Ravel, Ima Ravel is not even a comparison. You know, Ravel is talented. Yes, you showcase something. I don't think his passing is elite. He's a okay player overall. And when I said elite, Everton, for the CONCACAF region, Ravel will be a very good player. But on the world stage, his passing ain't elite. You understand me? Because elite is reserved for the special talents them, like the special top 5 talents them. And I don't think Ravel in the special top 5 in the CONCACAF. So I don't think he would even be in his top 50 on the world stage. So I don't think his passing is elite, but he has good skill sets. That's what I would give him. I respect him and I respect what he offers, but I
Yeah,
don't believe him and Bobby Reed is comparable. Bobby Reed is up there with some of the toppest in the world, you know, like in the Premier League and stuff in Everton. At no point of Ravel's career, you know, Ravel was considered even close to someone in mid-tier, you know. Even at Manchester United, he wasn't considered in mid-tier because Ravel it was just always a project to be seen,
yeah.
but never been seen
He
as
was
yet.
always known as a talent. He never
Yes,
really
yes.
break
So
through as a star.
you can't disrespect a man that has done it over and over on the big stage. I think Bobby Reed is way ahead of him in every single position he's going to play. It's not even comparable, but I like the attitude and I like the respect that you guys give Ravel, but I don't think it's close.
Yeah.
I
So
don't think it's close between both of them.
Teddy
That's just my opinion
himself
still.
is
Everton. If you respect him, Everton, no problem.
Teddy himself is saying he wants Casey Palmers to take the free kicks.
Yeah, but Casey Palmer
Or
has to play the
Bailey
field
if he
first.
doesn't, or if Palmer doesn't start, Leon Bailey should take them. So Marlon says the team is okay, but there will be a lot of competition for players, and that is what I agree with. You share this?
In yes, a right back would be a competition for place. I don't think the centre back competition for places will be big, you know, as what most will think, you know. I think these guys are the far better centre backs, you know, than everyone else, you know. So I
Yeah,
would say the right back, the defensive central, and Jamalo position. Because if Roof come in, so 3 out of 11 spots will be up for grabs with anyone else. But I think the other ones them are cement favorites. Taxi
yeah.
is a cement favorite. Blake is a
Blake.
cement favorite. Ethan and Moore are two solid.
But I think what Marlon is really trying to say is that we saw where Moore put on a good performance. Him and West Harding in the Serbia game. Moore put on a performance against USA as well. And even in the Japan game, we even though we still conceded 4 goals, he was trying his best and doing his best. So more Damian Lowe is going to be challenged with a task now for his place in the team, and with Ethan Pinnock as well coming in, there is not going to be much room for him. So I think that is why really we're trying to put Damian Lowe in the defensive midfield area, and I think that is where we're going to damage him, because he's not really fit enough to play that defensive central role. And we saw where he was looking tired when he came off in the Serbia game. He was really tired, and that was 60 minutes of the game. So I just don't know really. So Everton is saying I see them as different kind of players offering different things, but I do respect both Bobby Reid and he respects your opinion. Military Guna is in the chat. Big up military. Military, let me know if you agree with the team that is on the screen. If you agree with it, if you would make any changes, and if you would make any changes, let me know why you would make any changes. All right, so guys, we are 30 minutes in. Please do hit the like button. If you're new, if you're watching for the first time, hit the subscribe button as well. And let's just try to build a platform here where we can discuss the Reggae Boys together and football on a whole, because all of us we know here loves football. So let's just try and build a solid platform together. So Maran is saying that Damian Lowe won't play the CDM position again. That's coming from the coach. He is a centre back. Yeah, and I do confirm, because I was watching the sports news on the local station for those who are in Jamaica, TVJ, and he was saying, I think he was throwing shots. That's just my opinion, but he was saying that he doesn't know what the hullabaloo is around Damian Lowe playing in the central defensive midfield role, and he's saying that he's a centre back. So I don't think that he will try and
Who
play
said that?
Damian.
Who said that? Whitmore?
Yeah, Whitmore said that himself in a interview. So he's saying he won't play there again. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see Damian Lowe on the bench. But we are very intrigued to see what the Gold Cup squad will look like. I'm sure some of us are really anxious to see if some of our favorite players will get in. But it's really a huge task on Whitmore and his coaching staff, because we are here sitting and struggling to build a 11, because we are the front three alone is really tight, because we have Kemar Roof, Shamar Nicholson, and the other guys there as well in those positions. So it's really a tough task, but that is why
So when did
Whitmore
he
is
say that? When did he say that?
I think yesterday the interview was done.
Okay, so why people came into the stream still forcing Low into defensive central and telling people about how good he is, when I'm actually telling him that he's not good enough for the position.
He said in the qualifiers at home, maybe Hector and Nicholson starts, knowing every time they play at the National Stadium, they turn up. Well, maybe, we always love the national arena, so maybe they start, but for me, really, I'm not really liking to see Hector in that central role, in that midfield pivot. I think he should be playing in the centre back position. I don't know if JD agrees with me.
I don't hear, because some noise was making inside the house.
Oh, so he was saying that Hector and Shamar Nicholson in the qualifiers at home, um, he's thinking that they will start because it's playing at the National Stadium, so they always turn up. So I'm just asking if you agree with that.
Okay, no, that doesn't really mean nothing. If you have the better player, if you have Messi and you have Shamar Nicholson, it doesn't matter if Shamar Nicholson play 50,000 times. If Messi is there, you're going to start Messi. Not saying the other players equate to Messi, but Anthony is far superior. So if he's available, Shamar doesn't have to just come off the bench. You get me? They can do it off the bench. You get me? We have to just do what's right. You know, reality is reality. You know, we can't just change it around.
I was muted there. So he's saying Jamaica can play 5 at the back. To you.
5 at the back. 5 at the back is not a good system for Jamaica. For what reason? 5 at the back just to put one player in. What he's going to do when you put him in?
And I think playing 5 at the back kind of stifles or attacking players because we want to see.
You already don't have enough creativity in midfield, and you want to play 5 at the back to put in Damian Lowe. For what reason? Damian Lowe is not that important to the team, to be honest. What these guys required in order to be top 3 in the CONCACAF, Damian Lowe is not important towards that. So if it's one player you're trying to put in, it makes no logical sense. You go and do something like that because look, 5-3-2 is when you literally don't have enough creativity on the wings. You have Liam Bailey. Where Liam Bailey will go?
Yeah.
You're gonna swap Liam Bailey for because Damian Lowe can't get a game in his own position. That makes no sense. You see, no, but you never thought about that.
And remember that we always be tougher for playing secure or defensive football, and we want to see expansive football. Now we have the players to play expansive football. We shouldn't be thinking of playing 5 at the back.
Then you're gonna run to fit a guy in because you like the guy, or maybe Whitmore saw all of the little fake videos them putting around telling people, oh, they are super class and whatever Conte, like, you know, it makes no sense, man. You can just know that you're a fanboy or you take too much money from people in order to make a video, man. It makes no logical sense, man. The guy is not that good, man. If he's that good, he couldn't be replaced in defense center back.
Yeah.
Other players them are ahead.
So he's healing you, JD.
J-Ross, bless up, my brother, bless up.
Military say he'll swap Stuart for Cousins.
Yeah, but true, we don't know. Everyone will swap Stuart for Cousins because I said the same thing in the video already, but we weren't sure if he's here. So that's the whole situation. DJ, I don't think you can put the same title twice for the same videos. You're gonna block the video. That's what I told you 20 minutes ago.
Oh, so I should change the title then.
Yeah, you should change it, but it's already started, so we have to wait until it finishes.
Okay, so Everton is saying that you can't play Shamar Nicholson over Antonio, not even close in class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, because people looking at they played at the National Stadium. These guys have been playing football from they're 6 years old on every single type of pitch. They didn't have to play on Jamaica pitch to actually have an experience like that, you know. And people don't understand that the amount of football these guys played, you know, before they actually saw them for the first time, you know.
Yeah, so he's saying here, Liam Bailey is a little overrated for Jamaica, and he only scored 1 goal. Shake my head. No hate. He plays. He is most important role. So he's saying Liam Bailey, in his opinion, is a little overrated for Jamaica. Well, I can't agree with you, because I'm a big Liam Bailey supporter. You see, so I wasn't really born back in the days when Water Boys and those guys was playing for Jamaica. So Liam Bailey is really my star for Jamaica, and he gives me a little bit of hope football wise when we speak of Jamaica. So I don't think that he's overrated. I think he's a little bit underrated, I should say, because people talk about Ravel Morrison more than how they speak about Liam Bailey. So I can't agree with you, Tevin. I don't know if JD is sharing the same sentiments.
I don't agree, none at all. None at all. You get me? Liam Bailey is far outclassed Damian Lowe in every single category. If Damian Lowe was actually a good centre back, he would have been at actual decent club. Don't tell me that he could have reached there. I'm tired to hear about these Jamaican players. They could have reached somewhere. Reached there. Bailey worked. Bailey come to Belgium, prove himself. Ajax tried to sign him, but they didn't want to pay the amount. So that means he reached the pinnacle of football. Damian Lowe never reached nowhere of that sort. He played in the MLS and couldn't stay at one club. That doesn't show any sign, man. If you're going to substitute that man for Damian Lowe to post him in a team, Jamaica already at a loss. I'm telling you, because you don't know how highly that guy is, man. The problem is what's that guy name? Tay Davi.
Kevin, Tay
Tay
David
Davi
himself.
himself. Okay, Tay Davi himself. Formations have a lot to do with how people express themselves. All right. So Liam Bailey never got the free room or built a team around him. I think this new set will build around him. You get me? Yeah.
So Everton is saying Leon will shine with better class players around him. And I think he will. Remember we have Roof coming
Yeah,
in.
that's exactly what I. That's exactly what I
Jamal
said.
Lowe. So yeah, he
Rush
will
said
shine.
he turned down the Syria for UCL. He can tell you all of those stupidness, my brother. I have to see the UCL team that said they were going to buy him. I don't believe none of those things, Rush. Everyone else, because they're he turned on the Syria for UCL, and people told me that he loves money. He did it for money. Which one pay higher? You can't tell me that UCL. So it makes no logical sense. Because when you listen to them talking, you realize they're only talking in circle and it don't make no common sense. Because if he's doing it for money and he's going to Middle East for money, the Middle East don't pay higher than none of the higher leagues them. None at all. You'd have
Yeah,
went to
I think he would
Japan.
get a fair wage in
You'd have went to China and
Syria.
Japan.
So his goal is ailing you.
No,
876 goal.
he said Benevento wanted to sign Low. Well, I don't hear that from Benevento. They were the ones say it. I went and checked the articles them. I don't see it in the Italian press. I went and searched for it, because I always want to come back with facts, because I wanted to bring it to actually talk good about him. But I
Yeah.
didn't saw it. I saw it from our base articles. So I'm not going to take that as true.
Jairus, I don't think that he would be he would. I think he's smarter than that to turn down Syria for the USL. No, I can't see any logic behind that.
When you listen to some of the things them, you know it's not right. It's just not right. You know it's lie they are telling. Yeah, not the commenters, don't get me wrong, not the
Yeah,
commenters,
yeah.
but the
Not the
players them, they are
commenters.
telling some lies. There
Yeah.
is no way nobody want to play in the USL because he's not a top level centre back. That is just the truth. It's just because I don't want to bring down anyone's character, but he's not that high level centre back that anyone should praise about. Believe me, that guy never going to know Syria, man. It's just lies, man.
So he's saying
That's my
that
opinion. It's just lies.
he's saying Benevento got relegated, so Lowe would play in the Serie B.
But that is still higher than the Syria, see me? The USL, see me? So it makes no difference. That's just a poor bag of excuse, DG. People can get to see you when you're
Yeah.
playing in the Syria. No one sees you in the USL. So everything he's talking about.
Jairus is saying that he's agreeing with me and saying I would hope he's smarter than that for real.
Yeah, Jerush
Yeah.
is just a bunch of lies. They just pick the character of the human being tells it all. He wants to believe that he's superior to other people, and that's why he's just putting out those lies. Tell him to put out that fact that Benevento contacted him to sign him. Let Benevento put out that fact, or any one of his spokesman on YouTube put out the fact that I go and check it and read it for myself because I didn't saw it.
Oh.
It's just lies, man. And they don't even realize the lies let them look even more stupider. Because that let him look even stupider. Because who in the world would have turned on USL, turned on the Syria for USL? It makes no logical sense. First, people came to me. Oh, people wanted to sign him for England. Sign what for England?
Um, 876 goal is saying Damar Gray and Nathan Redman. What about them?
The last time I heard, Nathan Redman wanted to come, and people said he might be a part of the squad, but we didn't heard anything back from that
Yeah,
situation, so we don't know. Damari Gray, the last time I saw something in the German press that he was interested to play for Jamaica, but I don't know what happened from that point. Keep in mind that Damari Gray can easily be with just some little tweaks, and a good run of farm, He's in the English team. You understand me? So you have to always take those things into consideration. You know? So I think he's going to stay on this side, bro. But please, guys, before 876 goal, before you come and say certain things, you have to go and check those things. Don't listen to some of these players. Because one thing I've realized, that you heard what they said, Tapa said, he can't understand what's going on around this Damian Lowe and this centre back, this defensive central thing. Because I've told you guys that these guys have gotten paid to sell narratives. And that's why they're coming out with all of these Damian Lowe overhype, overpraised things. And that will force Tapa under pressure. I told you guys, see the guy respond to it there. That simply means everything I was saying, it was true. So sometimes you have to listen to me. And sometimes you need to call out some of these YouTubers that flicking five clips together to make a man look extra when nothing like that happened in the game. Whitmore literally said this guy was all over the place, just like what I've said in the live stream. So the guy didn't play the position. He's just a bag of manipulated bastards doing these things because they're only selfish. They don't even want Jamaica to do good. They don't actually want Jamaica to do good. They only want their food to go on the pots. Go in the pots and the fire. Believe me, they are selfish peoples. And they don't realize their powers out here. Because if they manipulate the masses will put pressure on the JFF, and the JFF want to look good in people's eyes. So they are going to force certain things. So just listen to what I'm saying. Look, I am saying these things days before these guys come out and speak in a DG. Every single instance, I've said the same thing days, but no one listens. And then they come back to me and say, oh, the guy said similar thing to what you said. Those are the things I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. Jairus is saying that Simon said, I think that Simon Preston said that Redman is on the fence. If that's true, I don't believe him. He's saying that a certain channel down the center. I hope you both get that. No. We're the ones pushing that.
Yes, I saw it because people literally text me on my Instagram saying that what are your thoughts about Damian Lowe? I said yes, the guy is a nice player and stuff. He's a good centre back and whatever situation is. And they're trying to force me to talk about him doing central defensive midfielder. So I'm saying, what's going on? Is it a pay thing? I don't need money.
Yeah.
You can't convince me I want the best for the team. You get me? But yet they said I am the reject. But I am the one that out here actually pushing the right message and the true message. Yeah. But that's the art of the deal nowadays in manipulation techniques. Because people can have following, and they just manipulate those followers. And once their voices are loud, it seems that what they're saying is true. But anyone that's smart, just go back to go back on the first video I did. And look at the situation now. I told you that some of these guys has problems with the UK players, and people said I'm lying and whatever. Then I heard the same channels coming out saying that they heard that rift between the UK players and whatever. It's common sense. It's a culture against what they are opposed to, things that they are threatened by. And the one thing, look, when you have a culture that says we are the greatest, it's a problem when you see someone coming that you know is better than you. You're going to try everything on planet Earth to pose problem. So I just use that calculation, what I know about the culture, because I was born and growed in the culture. And that's why I knew it was going to cause problem hands down. If it was 5 players came in from the UK base, everything would have been okay. But once it's the
Yeah.
majority, the UK-based players, they would have had problems. 100%. Either some of the guys playing overseas and they want their friends to be in the team, because I strongly believe that it's not Blake's problem. Blake is
Yeah.
not the problem because Blake has to play. So he's just sticking up for other players. That's why
Yeah.
he's saying, "Oh, yo, we can't switch around the team too much and this and that," because he's just sticking up for his friends. Liam Bailey, he has to play as well. He's just sticking up for the other guys that they know won't get any game. You understand me? And that's
Yeah.
the problem, because the problem is they, like Blake and those guys, want to feel appreciated in the culture
Yeah.
because they left the country. So they have to overcompensate to be real in the culture. That's why they are going to go out and do that, because Blake know he has to play. But he
Yeah.
would have preferred to play with his friends, be honest. And those are the
Mhm.
truth, my people. Believe me, it's going to come out soon, and you're going to realize how much of a prophet I am. Because everything I've said before, everything, and people bash me, oh, stop with the conspiracy. And then these are the same channels coming out saying the same thing 2 months later.
So 876 goal is saying that it's all about squad depth. Example in Nation League when big players not called up. People like Kamal Malcolm or Norman Campbell, even Dylan Barnes might start in the Nation Leagues. Marlon is saying that Redman and Holgate would take the team to the next
Yeah.
six, to the next six. Do you agree with
Yes,
that?
of course, of course. These two players would be special, but Marlon, that's not going to fix the problem, because if these guys come in, I think it's going to even be worse. Because if
Yeah.
two more guys come in, it's less players going to get game, because these two guys are far superior than anything ever graced the Jamaican shirt,
And
and
I
that's
think
just the honesty.
we should always have this big squad. As much as it's hard to handle, I think that if we want to consider ourselves a top three, top four team in CONCACAF, then we need to start behaving like one. And I always say this with teams: if you want to be a big team, you have to start acting like a big team. So having a huge depth or a huge pool of players to pick from should be the one. We shouldn't be picking players because we like them, or picking players because, oh yes, they are born from Jamaica, so they deserve to start. No, we pick the players who are the best in their positions, and those are the guys who we go with. So J Rush is
Yes,
saying that
mhm.
lose off of Blake for how he was speaking about the English players. At least
Even
Taxi
after the guy
tried it.
said no, even after he said he's not going to talk so much about it again. I've watched
Yeah,
the interview with the guy, and once the UK based players them come in, the attitude that he gave, it didn't seem right,
yeah,
He's saying the right things out of his mouth, but his body language don't match it. And
yeah,
I'm saying, damn man, this is going to cause problem in the future, because people can see it, that you're not happy with them.
yeah. And he said at least Taxi tried his best to hide it and threw in some limit. What is some liminals?
Subliminals instead.
Yeah,
Yes, but I think if they want to win, man, if they want to win, you have to get the best players in, because that's just the honesty. The best players win things, and keep in mind other teams have the best players, so you have to just go for it that way, man.
so 876 goal is asking if Isaac Aiden is still injured.
Yes, yes, he's still injured, and even if he just got better, he's not going to be ready in time, because you have a thing called rehab that you have to go, and then you have to go first stage of training first, just to move your limbs them properly to see if you're up to the speed, like the intensity, and then you go up to the actual intensity before you even come into normal training. So I think Aiden is way off, like 2 months off the normal piece. So that's not even, you can't even put him in it. The only thing you'd have to be good for is his signature.
All right, so Marlon here is saying that Jamaica is in League A, so giving local players a chance to play Nation League isn't an option. So I think he was answering to 876 comment where he said it's all about squad depth, and he was bringing in the Nation Leagues and forth. So guys,
Yes, yes, yes,
we're almost
yes.
1 hour
Mhm.
in. So if you're new and you're watching and you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do that right now. If you're watching on the re-upload, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and share it around so your friends can be a part of our community where we discuss everything football and also reggae boys as well. So Marlon say that Isaac Aiden is not looking at Jamaica now. Oh. What are your thoughts on that, JD?
Yeah, if he's not looking at Jamaica now, he should just leave it alone, and people just should move on from him and try and get the Kevin Stewarts in, the Cousins in, and try get them up to speed. And at the same time, when you're getting them up to speed, try and get some younger youths around them to learn the process. So if it's going to take Kevin Lambert to learn some things from them to improve them and try and set up infrastructures that the guys them can come and improve the youths them. You
Yeah,
get me? Educate them. Um, Aside from just getting these guys to get the job done. You get me?
uh,
So that's how you
yeah,
get the local based players to start feature heavily in the team. You have to learn from these things. You get me? And set the actual necessary things up in order to get the job done. Because that's the whole story. So if you continuously just come collect them to play, what are you going to learn from them? You get
yeah,
me? What are you going to learn overall? You're going to always have to rely on them. And then you're going to always have this UK or local based players fight. When you can
yeah.
just literally learn from them and improve your actual players them and don't do the better. Yeah.
So Everton Stevenson is saying that have you guys watched the Marcus Gale interview on Talawa TV? It needs to be seen. Great insight. No, I haven't watched that interview. Everton. I would have to go and watch it after we're finished here. But if you have watched it, give us an insight on what was said. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
So guys, remember hit the like button. What you're watching on the re-upload. Share your comments on the lineup. The discussion that we're having. Give your 1 and 2 in the comment section. And yeah, I think J. Ross is saying, oh, he's talking to Marlon. He's talking to Marlon. Yeah, but we just really need to wise up as Jamaicans because we would love to see our country in the World Cup. I'm sure some of us are really tired of supporting Brazil and Argentina and Spain, Portugal, and our country
Yeah, but
is not in it.
why are you why more saying the same thing what you're saying? But when it comes on to actually do the right thing, the pridefulness gets the better of them
Yeah,
because they're gonna still want to stuck with their friends, and that won't work out in the end. Because if you take the pride aside, you're going to pick the strongest team. And if you look at this team, how much Jamaicans, how much local based players in it? Literally three: Taxi, Blake, and Bailey. And all of those guys are playing overseas, so zero local players in it, and three local base players in it. And if you look at the actual
yeah,
bench itself,
the
there's
bench.
few
I
local
get
born
that.
players in it as well, because the guys them are literally better. But you have the guys
Like,
them that want the extra level of education towards the football to grow better, like a Shamar Nicholson. That's easy in it. So those guys can learn from the process, and
we have
that's the
Dylan
phase
Barnes.
Jamaica going through now. Dylan Barnes in Jamaican.
No, you were
He's
saying
he's local born.
the overseas we're referring to. So military brilliance in that we definitely need some proper CDMs.
Yeah, no.
I agree with that. I think the midfield area is very lacking. I think that is where we need to strengthen the midfield area of our team is very lacking because as much as we praise to Kevin Isaacs and Lambert, we still need starting players because these guys, as we know, they are good to be backup players. So I do agree. We really need some CDMs and more midfielders. Don't know if JD will agree.
Um, CDM is not something that grow on trees, you know. It's a very tough tough position to get players for. So if you can convert the right players with the right abilities, you can always do so. So just getting the proper players, and you have a better chance to have more CDMs. You get me? In a particular position, a particular system, when you get at least 20 solid midfielders on the radar, you can see who will transform into that, or if they can't do that, they stay at their attacking positions or something of that sort. It's just aside, they have to just go out there and make the moves them. If you don't make the moves, you can't get the success. You can't get the success. You get me?
So J-Rush is asking, what do you guys think about Luca Levy? After watching some videos, I think he has a little quality, but he's not playing right now, so he has no opportunity to improve to an acceptable level. Well, I think Luca Levy is a good talent to have, and I was just going to ask you guys in the chat a question. So what would be your guys' future plan going forward after this campaign in the Gold Cup? What would be your future plans? Would you revolve everything around the youths? Let me know what would be your guys what would be your guys' thoughts on it? If you what would be your plan going forward if for the future? Because if we go through and theoretically speaking we win the Gold Cup, what's next what's next after this? After we go through, we theoretically speaking qualifies for um we qualify for the Gold Cup, for the World Cup, I should say. Theoretically speaking, what would be the process going forward after that? Because we really need a long-term plan going in, and we have someone like Mikel Antonio who is in his prime at the moment. So do we consider him going forward, or do we start to look at young talents such as a Kido Taylor Hart, a Luca Levy, those type of young players, Jadine White, to come in and sit in into the team for the future? Your thoughts on JD?
Um, I don't really know, to be honest, a lot of things need to be fixed in this Jamaican system. But that's what people said. That's the culture. How we can just get things together and get it done. Okay, then if you believe so, then no problem. So I guess Jamaica has no process. You don't do process. You just come up, and because we are great, we just get it done. I some of the time I wonder if people really believe in those comments they're putting, because why are you going to put yourself under those extra stress when you can just put the work together, like build the process, get the process in tune, get the players around it, get the youths to learn from that process. So the Luca Levy's, the Tyreek McGee, all of those guys come and soak up everything what the actual super players them have to offer and learn from that. But no, we need to do it the hardest way. Can't pick a 60-man pool. We don't do nothing on time. We barely get the players them that we actually want to come in and play, and then believe we are going to get everything. It's going to cause a lot of problem, man. Because look, if the players them come in late, not just team chemistry, but what Maggie and those guys are going to learn from them? Nothing, because they're not going to get to see them. They're going to just come and go straight in the events. So that's a problem. You have to look at everything. If you're saying something, you
Yeah.
have to go and look at it and see if it makes sense. And really and truly, it makes no sense the guys them coming in so late. It put pressure on the guys them, and it stall the progress of the youths them coming up. If everyone on
Okay.
point with what I'm saying.
Yeah. So you're saying that we should go for the youths now and start prepping them from now for the future.
Of course, you have the money. They get money. They have money
Oh,
from different angles. Set up some camps. calling the guys them. Look at Japan. They struggle. They structured a 23 team, Olympic additional team with some of the players them and get more games
Yeah,
under their belt. You don't have to even worry about games. Just get training session going and get players
yeah.
there. Get everyone there. Like
I do.
everyone, meaning a UK based everyone, and let
Yeah,
everyone mixed and get the balance going right and the communication going right and the knowledge passing through. That's how you're going to help the culture. But if you keep on segregating the guys, then they're going to feel segregated themselves and just believe that they need to turn up when it's only game time. So when Blake was were actually questioning the guys, them if they're serious and they want certain things, okay, well, force the JFF to call them in from early, and then people can have a good reasoning around everything, and it will get solved. That's the only truth. But it is what it is. Still, at least that's what I saw. Still, maybe I could be massively wrong.
yeah. I agree with everything you said a while ago. So Everton Stevenson is saying that Blake is a problem. Their friends. They don't have Jamaica's interest at heart. He also says here, I like Low, but he needs to come off the bench. He's saying that trust me, all those guys could have gone to Japan if they wanted to. All right, so we are going to close the show. So if you guys enjoy the video or enjoy the conversation that we have had, I hope you guys have smashed the like button and share it with your friends. 876 Grow is saying that Curacao and Suriname will be a powerhouse in the CONCACAF very soon. They are recruiting faster than us. Yes, yeah, I agree with that.
Jamaica recruiting faster than both of the countries. It's just because we're not seeing the players them.
Yeah,
One thing with Suriname and Curacao, if they say someone's coming, you're going to see them and they're going to start the process with them. That's the big difference. But aside from
yeah,
that, Jamaica's maybe not the bigger pool than both of these places because they are linked directly to Netherlands. But they have quality players. They just need to go out there and get the people, man, and start prepping the guys them to get intertwined with the other guys them, and then this little rift can stop.
yeah. So I hope that answers your question. 876 goals. Um, let me pull thing down here. Yeah, so we're closing off the show now, guys. So I really appreciate the guys who have came into the chat. Everton, Jairus, Military, Marlon, 876 goals, and the other guys. We do appreciate you guys. Smash the like on the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And most of all, keep safe.